Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of Morning Tea, where we sit in our sleepwear and discuss current events. Today's tea is peach citrus white iced tea from Starbucks. I've not been craving chai tea or any kind of black tea for weeks now. Weeks. It fell out of my body. Sometimes I get obsessed with things for like months and months and months, and then it'll just fall away. So, alright guys, I know you've been waiting. Thank you so much for your patience. Let's jump right into this episode. We've got a couple of things to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is Roseanne. Here's the tea. So Roseanne is back in the news today because this is like after all of the drama that happened with her losing the show for calling Valerie Jarrett Dr. Zyra from Planet of the Apes. She did an interview and she is just tired. Sis is tired of talking about this situation because all she wants it to be known is that she did not mean it as a racial slur because she thought Valerie Jarrett was white. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, so did I. I was having a conversation about this with my dad when it initially happened, and I was confused because I looked at Valerie Jarrett and I was like, I could see why somebody would make that joke. And my dad was so upset with me and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And he's like, you don't call a black woman a monkey. And I was like, Valerie Jarrett is black? Listen, I didn't know this woman was black. So that changes the context of the joke. Also, neither did Roseanne girl, and she's very upset about it. She's yelling at this reporter. She's like, I didn't know the bee was black. I thought she was white. And I'm just like, yeah, I thought she was white too. Now, that doesn't mean it excuses her behavior. You shouldn't get on there and call anybody a monkey. That being said, do I think that Roseanne should get her show back? No. Do I think that Roseanne deserves what happened? Not necessarily, but like, you know, it is what it is in these times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to keep your Twitter fingers off of your phone if you are headlining a show. I just thought it was a simple case of white on white crime, you know? And so did Roseanne. She didn't know that she was being racist. You know, Rosie, I'm sorry. Sorry it happened to you. Here's the tea. The Shinky Dance. For some reason, I am so proud of that shiggy guy. Like, I'm just really in support of him making this dance up, putting it on social media, having it go viral, and having his whole entire career and life change because of it. It's like, I went to his Instagram page and he puts up video after video after video. He is out there working on his craft, trying to be funny, trying to create a name for himself, and he finally did it. It sparked this thing, and I really hope that he's able to ride this wave. He was on The Breakfast Club. He went to like the MTV or some kind of music awards and did a whole bit with Sierra and her husband, trying to take a picture with Sierra and like moving the husband out of the way. And he just got a whole community of people excited about a song that's actually really good. Drake's gonna put him in the music video. And just as somebody who does content online, I'm really proud of him and I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his success and I wish him all the best. And I hope that he's able to take that and move forward with it. You know, I hope he's able to take this success and really build upon it and build a name for himself to take care of himself and his family. Here's the tea. Takashis 6ix9ine got run up on the other day. Apparently he was coming home from somewhere and he got to the house and people were ready at his house there to rob him. I guess they took him inside. They didn't hurt the mother of his child nor his child, but they stole like $75,000 worth of jewelry and like $25,000 worth of cash, something like egregious, and then packed him up in the car, took him somewhere and was beating him up, and then he managed to jump out of the car and get to safety. But girl, I mean, he's having a rough week, you know what I'm saying? First he was indicted to Texas for something that happened in a mall, and he went into prison and he was let out on bail. His lawyers got him out, and then that very same day he was like passing out money in the hood, and then a couple nights later he gets robbed in front of his house. Boy, I need to stay off social media talking shit, but I mean, that sucks. He's had a rough week, so I wish him all the best. Here's the tea. So here's something exciting. Common is giving back to public schools. He has teamed up with Burlington. They're no longer the Coat Factory. And they are donating money to different public schools, especially brown and black areas where children, you go into their schools and they don't have all the resources. Their teachers are paid little to nothing. And on top of that, the teachers have to take money out of their own pockets to pay for school supplies and different stuff for the kids. So he's just giving back, and I thought that was like super great. He was giving back specifically in New York City. I'm not sure if he gave back anywhere else, but I will have links down below for you to check that out. And I just like to hear stuff like this, something positive that's going on in the community about, you know, people giving back, and kudos to Common and to that. And speaking of children, Here's the tea. Apparently, there's a lot of child prodigies out there, you know? And, you know, you always know about them and you hear about them when they come up. But we've had a slew of them, I think, in the last 3 weeks that I've noticed. And 2 of them I just wanted to talk about in particular. There's a little 11-year-old boy in Florida who just graduated from college, and he is going on to get his master's, and his whole thing is he wants to be an astrophysicist so that he can prove that God is real through science. And honestly, I'm here for that. Go ahead and do that research, child. You know, let's see what you come up with. I'm interested in seeing, you know, if he is able to prove that is true. You know, I'll have links down below so you can check him out. The second group we have is 2 brothers who are child prodigies. I mean, they're 11 years old, and I think the other one is 8 years old. And their mother just set up a school in one of the bedrooms when they were very young, and she quickly discovered how smart they were. I mean, she had one kid who was like doing math by 1.5. So, I mean, here's the thing about child prodigies, which I think that they're great, and I really think it's wonderful that we're able to cultivate and find them and develop them, and maybe they can do something great for our country one day because they have so much time because they're smart at such an early age. I just hope that socially they're still interacting with people their age. Adults tend to think that when a child is really smart, they don't need to go outside and play, but like they do, you know, they need to be around kids their age and people that they can have stimulating conversation with as well. But socially, you know what I'm saying? We all know those kids who skipped a couple grades and socially they're a little weird because they're younger than everybody and they don't exactly know where they fit in because everything that happens to them puberty wise kind of happens to them later, you know, because they still have to go through that, you know what I'm saying? And like when you get into an adult world and you're around a lot of adults, there's a lot of adult conversations that I don't necessarily know kids should feel pressure to be privy to, especially when, because they're so smart, that they feel like they should be privy to, you know, or they feel they should keep up with. I really hope that there's like a balance with that. I really hope for that. You know, I'm not saying that the parents is not judging their parents in any kind of way. I think that you should have your kids be as smart as they can possibly be. I'm just saying, like, I hope the social aspect of that in their lives is not forgotten based on the intellectual aspect. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lakers, LeBron James is a Laker now. That's a big deal. I'm in California. My parents are huge Laker fans, and so therefore I should care. And I do care. Yay. He signed like some crazy $1 million contract, and people are like, wow. And so am I. I'm like, wow. Here's the tea. Rachel Dolezal, aka Nkechi Diablo, who she changed. See me, listen. I felt bad for Rachel and like didn't really care that she considered herself a black woman or like went around as a black woman. Like, I don't care. I mean, there's a lot of black women who care. I don't know. I don't care. I don't understand why people really care about her unless she was like absolutely getting things for being a black woman. I don't think she was like receiving any special benefits. It's not like she won any awards for blackness. You know, like you don't have to be black to be in the NAACP, like whatever. So I get to the people who she personally lied to, why they feel some way, but as someone she didn't personally lie to, I don't have a feeling about it, and I'm not going to force a feeling to happen upon me. I do think that it was a violation for her to change her name to Nkechi Diallo. Like, I feel like that's a crazy violation. Like, nah sis, you can't. Nope. And I don't know why. I'm just telling you that's what I feel. This woman has gone through the ringer because of this. She's been unable to take care of herself and her family, and she got on welfare and all this stuff, and now she's being brought up on welfare fraud charges. And I just feel bad for her. Like, I feel bad for her, and I hope that she's a good lawyer, and I hope that something can be done, and that she's able to just live her life. You know, I don't want to hear of any kind of Rachel Dolezal ever again. But a lot of things happened in her family, and her parents are absolute trash for outing her like that. I think that their motives for outing her was ridiculous because she had blamed her brother for sexually abusing her and her younger sister, who she ended up raising, along with her younger brother, who she ended up raising. Like, I just think, like, yes, Rachel has got some mental problems, but it's probably due to her crazy family and her crazy upbringing. And then for her parents to then come up and then try to discredit her, all so that they can prove that their son didn't molest her and their other daughters, is like insane. And so at some point, I can't be mad at Rachel and just feel sorry for her as a woman stuck in a situation. So that's just my opinion on that. Here's the tea. So a little boy was minding his little black business selling hot dogs, as he does every year, to buy school clothes, selling his hot dogs in front of his house. And this year, someone decided that they were going to call the police on him for not having a permit and selling food. And the police showed up, and they shut down his hot dog stand. So the city of Minneapolis, in response to that, helped him to get a permit, sent somebody out to show him how to properly cook food, to make sure that he has all of his thermometers, that his hot dogs are, you know, at 140 degrees and all that jazz, and to help him build his business. And they did, and now his business is thriving, and he is able to, you know, sell his hot dogs legally and mind his own black business. I hope he gets all the Jordans and all the cool t-shirts that he wants, and way to be a little entrepreneur and sell hot dogs, because it wouldn't be me out in the heat, sweat, and selling hot dogs. It would not be me. And this is a really good like turn of events. Instead of the police coming up and like attacking this child, they like came up, did what they had to do, but then also the city reached out afterwards to get him the permit. And I thought that like this is what should be happening. Oh, almost done. Here's the tea. In Illinois a couple of weeks ago, a young woman was setting up for her 24th birthday in a park, minding her own Puerto Rican business. And this white man who was like drunk, like stumbled over to her and started yelling at her about the fact that she was wearing a shirt that had the Puerto Rican flag on it and said Puerto Rico on it, and telling her that she should be wearing the American flag, not to be wearing the Puerto Rican flag, asking her if she was a citizen, to which she responded with yes, and so are all Puerto Ricans. And she just kept saying, "Sir, please leave me alone. I can be here, leave me alone." And the guy just kept coming up to her, getting really close to her, badgering her. She had it all on camera, all on film. Then this police officer comes up and she says to the police officer, "Sir, can you please get him away? He's bothering me." And the police proceed to do nothing about it. They don't do anything about it until her brother comes up and starts to yell at them to get this guy away, and then starts to yell at the guy. And it's weird because I'm just like, if she's rented out this space in a park and this guy is belligerently, drunkenly coming up to her, aggressively asking her about her citizenship and about all this information that he doesn't need, that to which she has answered him, and then the police just stands there and does nothing about it. Like, I don't understand what was going on. And so now there's an investigation into those police officers for just standing by and not doing anything about it, as it should be. Like, that is ridiculous. That could have escalated. The police officers weren't even close enough to stop him had he attacked her. And she felt unsafe, and it was her birthday. Like, it just like, it's out of control. It's out of control. So the man was arrested, and now the police officers are being looked into, and I say good for them. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, here's the tea, is Obama went to Kenya to hang out with his sister, and I cried. They caught it on film. He was like dancing with his sister, dancing to the music. Then he was there because his sister is opening up a school to help with athletics in Kenya. And I thought that was really cool. I haven't seen Obama in a long time. And it's like, how you cry over somebody that you don't actually know, but I miss him. I miss him a lot. I just miss seeing him. I miss seeing Michelle. I miss like seeing them. Like, it's crazy. Isn't it crazy? Do you guys feel this way? Do you just miss seeing them? Like, I just want to know if they're okay, you know? I literally started to cry while I was watching this video of him like dancing with his family. It was just so... I started to cry. Alright, you guys, so that's it for this episode of Morning Tea. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment down below. Let's have a conversation. Again, links are in the description box. If you like what I do here on this channel and you would like to consider becoming a Patreon patron, if you want to like give me a little tip, you know what I'm saying, you can go on ahead and become a Patreon patron and give as little or as much as you want. Absolutely no pressure, just so that you guys know. I cannot give anything extra on Patreon. If and when I get merchandise, I will give my Patreon patrons obviously something first and for free for all their help. But as of right now, there will be no extra content. So Patreon is just simply if you want to like give your girl a little tip once a month. If you like the content she gives and you just want to like give her a little extra, you know what I'm saying? That's it. It's no pressure. I don't expect anything from you. You don't have to do anything but watch. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.